everyone. Thank you very much for watching or listening. Liam Hartley here today with another episode of Presenting Champions. Today joined by Marko Martinjak, bare-knuckle boxing legend, Croatian warrior, cruiserweight champion, middleweight champion. He's been making waves in bare-knuckle boxing, fresh off a very, very big win as well for the middleweight world title on December the 3rd, only a couple of weeks ago at the time of this interview. We've got a lot to talk about today, as always with my interviews, not just about the fighting side of things, but about the mentality that it takes to reach the top of your game in one of the toughest sports in the world, bare knuckle boxing. So, Champ, thank you very much for coming on the show, and it's awesome to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you, Liam, for inviting me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. So let's get into it from not so much from the beginning, but from the recent win, middleweight champion. How does it feel to be champion again?
I was preparing 3 months, and it feels good, Yeah, I'm happy, this is what I am. I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter, and this is my way of living,
Absolutely. Now, one of the things that interests me, if we go just before the fight a little bit, is obviously you cut a lot of weight for this,
Yeah.
from cruiserweight down to middleweight. Can you walk us through what that process was like for you, basically?
Believe me, it was very hard,
Yeah.
Month and a half, yes. Before fight, I was like 95 kilos, and my weight doesn't want to go down. I was like, fuck, what happened, 1 week, second week, and third week, it's come to 91, I was like, oh my God, thank you. I was starting to get depressed, I trained 2 times a day, running, sparring, boxing, and then my weight doesn't want to go down, and it was like, oh my God. I told to my wife, I was like angry, I was nervous, I was, and she said, everything's gonna be okay, just believe in yourself, and I listened to her, and I managed to cut weight.
Yeah, it's an amazing achievement in itself, dropping that much weight, to be honest. I've got respect for that because weight cuts are brutal. Another thing, on the build up to the fight, obviously you're a warrior through and through, so I know you're used to fighting, but I'm curious about like what's going through your mind on the build up to a big fight. Obviously, I saw interviews you gave, you were very hungry, you were very driven. Do you visualize the fight? Do you get nervous? Do you get excited? Like what are you feeling on the build up to a big fight?
Listen, I have over 400 official fights, from boxing, kickboxing, like amateur and pro, and so I don't get nervous at all, I visual fights, yes, I visual fights when I do shadow boxing, when I was thinking all about fight, I was thinking all about this fight,
Yeah.
and I watched his clips on YouTube, and I saw my opportunity in some. He's not, he's tough guy, but he isn't boxer like me, and he has a lot of holes, and I see these holes, and I said to myself, I have to use this, and I use it in the best way.
Absolutely, you did. 400 fights. I mean, I knew that you'd had quite a few, but that is a lot. That is more than I knew about. So that's amazing achievement. We'll talk more about that in a minute. So obviously you won the world title, incredible achievement. Did you celebrate afterwards? I mean, when you were walking around as the champion again, what do you do after a fight?
Listen, I didn't fight almost 5 years, I couldn't fight, I had my own private problems, but it was big, not surprise, because I believe myself. I don't believe in surprises. I believe only hard work and dedication, and I knew I would win. He was like on the press conference, and when we talk to Tom Ross, he was like, he is confident, he has confidence, and he was like, all grumpy, I was like joking all the time, I was, this is the way I am. On the press conference, they were all serious. I eating chocolate and the typing on my phone, I say hi to my friends from Croatia. But yeah, we celebrate. But I was in the bed at 2 a.m. maybe. And also when we come back, my birthday was 2 days. We come back on the 4th of December. 5th of December was my birthday, 32nd. I also go to bed. I also, from my party, where I was obviously the star of the evening, I go home at 1:30 a.m., So because I don't want party no more, you know, I get distressed of that, and this is not who I am because of that partying and stuff like that. It messed up my private life, my boxing life, everything is messed up. So because of that, and I'm happier. I'm happier to be at home with my girlfriend. I hope so that she, in couple of months she's gonna be my wife, because she's a big support. She believes in me, and it's the best thing to be at Fridays and Saturdays home with her. We just put some movie, or we go to movies, you know, cinema, stuff like that. This is the best.
Absolutely. Well, it's a great insight into that side of your life. I believed you would win as well before the fight. And I'm not just saying that now, but the same reason you gave, because you were just so relaxed. And that was the reason for asking you about it, is you don't see that too often, like people who have the sense of humor like you, they were just chilled out like you. It's very cool, you know? So obviously talk to us a little bit about the plan from here. Are you now planning to move up in different weights and challenge for world titles there as well, or what's going on from here?
Listen, I had 2 weeks of vacation, of not just a vacation, go to somewhere, just vacation for me to settle up my body, you know. And I'm not any, I don't get any younger, you know. So the injuries are a lot slower healing, you know. When I was 25, 26, oh, okay, I got to fight on Saturday and Monday. I was back in the gym, you know. But I took 2 vacation for 2 weeks just for myself, you know, to be with my girlfriend, with my family. And you know, next week is the Christmas and the New Year. But on Monday I'm back in the training, you know, in the gym. What you asked me about higher classes, I don't know really, but we will see with Jim and Joe. My plan is to defend the title in super middleweight and go maybe for light heavyweight, you know. That is like, I'm like 95, 96 kilos when I'm in training process. This is my best kilos. When I'm in a training, like only one day, once per day, I'm like 100, 102, you know. And this is the best weight I got. This is the best way I feeling, you know. So we will see. I will talk to Jim and Joe, but now we have relaxed. We have BKB in Thailand next month. I don't fight on that, but maybe I suppose I fight in March again.
Yeah, amazing. So that's the future plans. Awesome. Well, we're all very excited to see you back in there. 110%, you know, myself, but people everywhere who enjoy watching you fight. That's the future. Talking about some of your previous accomplishments as well. Obviously, you've had a lot of fights. Obviously, at the moment, you're making a big impact in the bare knuckle boxing. When you look back over your fighting career, are there certain moments that you're more proud of than other moments, like your favorite fights, your favorite wins, you know, some of that type of things that come to mind? I know it's a big question with 400 fights.
No problem. I have answer for that, you know. Listen, for me, BKB is like family, you know. I'm a loyal guy to Jim and Joe, and I want to fight for them, you know, not BKFC, not shit like that, you know. But for me, the best win and that I like the most is when I was the first time world champion in kickboxing. You know, I came in Portugal, and I also lost 9 kilos in 7 days. You know, and I come like a substitute. You know, I tell to my friend, if this guy who is trained is gonna something fucked up, count on me. So he called me 7 days before. Yes, will you fight? I said yes, okay. And I worked and that time I worked like a security guard in a casino, you know. I worked 5 nights in the row for 12-hour shifts. And from the job in the morning on, I go on the plane, you know, with one guy from another city, you know. And we fight at 4 a.m. in the morning by Croatian time. I think that was was 2 hours below. So it was like 2 a.m. in Portugal and 4 a.m. in Zagreb here. And I knocked him out, knocked him down 2 times in the first round, and I knocked him out in the second round. So this is the my favorite, you know. But when I won also against Billy Houghton world title, When I won against Travis Dickinson super fight, I was like, oh my God, this guy's gonna kill me, you know. I was like 2 times on the campus and I won. I had luck there. Yes, I said that to everybody. Luck favors me that time. And obviously this last fight is, how do I say, I'm not like a kid, you know. I'm a man now, you know. And I'm more mature, more smarter, clever. So this last fight is the best. Is the best. Yes, is the best.
Absolutely. Some amazing achievements there. Toughest fights is another question that people always want to hear about, and you made me think of it because that thing with like the 5 days and working and that sounded pretty tough. And sometimes the toughest fights are for reasons outside of the ring, as you know very well. It's not always in the ring. But which ones come to mind for that? Is it some of the ones you've just mentioned, or maybe some different ones for like your toughest fights that you've had?
Listen, I was fighting, you know, pro boxing. You know, I was like a journeyman there because I have good logistic behind me. So they put me around short notice fights against the ex-world champions and the hot prospects. You know, and I see those prospects who I fight today. Those years they don't fight anymore. You know, I don't know where they got those guys. But when I fight Billy Halter, you know. And we came on the scale, and he was like 121 kilo, you know. He was like fat blob, and I was like 101. I managed. My scale was good, and Jim asked me, "Do you want to fight?" I said, "Yes, I will fight. I don't give a fuck, you know." And that was like, oh my God, he's 20 kilos heavier, you know, and he's a big puncher. He's a big puncher. That dude, there I was a little stressed, you know, but. Again, I said to myself, listen, he's 20 kilos heavier. He is slower than you. You're faster. You're more precise. You're a boxer. He's not. He's only wait for the right hand, big right hand, you know. I said to me, nah, I'm going to slip him. I didn't slip him, but he broke his leg in our first fight. In the second round, I caught him in the body shot, and he also went down in the first round. So this is like one of really stressed and mental fight for me, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I just thought it'd be an interesting question with having had so many fights. It's cool to get like some stories. So moving into the last couple of things, in terms of representing your country, I know this will be like an obvious question for you because you're very proud of your heritage. You're very proud of where you come from. But could you tell us in a few words like what it means to you to represent Croatia to the world and sort of showcase your country and where you're from, you know?
Listen, we Croatians are on our land from the 7th century after Christ, you know? So we are here like 14 centuries. This is our land. And we are always warriors. We always have some fights and wars. And we were always beneath somebody, you know? Germany, Hungary, and Turkish. We also managed to fight them. And Italy. Then was called Venezia, and we are very proud of that. You know, my country didn't give me nothing. You know, they didn't give me nothing, but it's okay. You know, but my father fight in a war, home war. You know, against Serbia, and my whole family. You know, and the thing that my dad is alive, God bless, but he could die there, you know, so that our kids, his kids, and the kids who are going to in the future that have homeland, you know, and this is the way. The sport is the best way to represent your country.
Absolutely. Well, you definitely put your country on the map, and it's something, you know, to be very proud of. I know there's a lot of great athletes from Croatia, but you know, you're one of the people definitely putting them on the map. I'd like to get your advice for like young up and coming athletes, and by that I mean people who are like just starting out, maybe as an amateur, maybe their first few professional fights, whatever it is. Because you've had so many, and because as well as this, you know, you've transitioned from obviously kickboxing, pro boxing, bare knuckle knuckle boxing, all different styles, very, very tough styles. If someone comes to you and they say, okay, I want to be a champion, I want to achieve something big, because you've done it all, you're in a great position to give them advice. What would you say to those people out there, people like that?
2 days ago, I was also a guest in one TV emission, and the guy also asked me that question. I would say to him, if you are hungry enough, if you are dedicated, if you are ready to leave your comfort zone, if you're ready to go in the gym at 6 a.m. like me, my gym is 2 hours from me. I go with I don't have car. We have car, but I don't drive. And my gym is 2 hours from me, from my home to there, and I go with the public, with the bus, and and if you don't have these qualities, and if you don't want to be a hard worker, man, this is not for you. This is for people who are hungry, who wants to be somebody. We risk our health for provide of fans, for entertainment. And I'm here to entertain you. You pay tickets. You pay my my fights, the fans. And if somebody says, okay, I'm gonna fight, he go one day, he come train, second day none, and man, this isn't for you. Go on a college, go working in a bar, working as like security. This isn't for you. You have to have big dedication in your life to be the great athlete. This is very, very, very. Last 3 months I didn't eat at all. I eat only 1 meal per day. This is like very shock for my body. I can eat a lot. You put plate of the meat with me. To me, I eat it. But this is very shocks. You're nervous. You can't handle yourself. You are looking to other guys in the gym. You want to start a fight because of that. It's not. But you have to be strong in the head. It's not for anybody. You have to be hungry. You have to be hard worker, and you have to have talent. I say, and everybody say, talent is 90%, and talent is 10%, and 90% is hard work. You see Cristiano Ronaldo, you see these footballers, basketball players, MMA fighters, professional boxers. They all have talent and hard work, so they are there where they are.
Absolutely, it makes total sense. Talent is part of it, but the hard work is what makes it maximize. It's what makes it come to the highest level. It makes total sense. So brilliant. We've got into some good things. Last 2 things then. One of them is you said about entertaining people there. You are a great entertainer. You have a great sense of humor and everything like this. I've seen some people saying that like a career in comedy or something like this could come to you after fighting, things like this. But just talk to us about your sense of humor. Is that something that you're doing like for the cameras and things, or is it just the way you are like day to day and all the time?
No, I just say the way you are. I always smiling. I always look at things from the positive side. I never be like, oh my God. My glass is always halfway full, not empty. And my girlfriend and I was driving in a car, and I was on the next seat. I lower my window and I say hello to people I don't know. I call them nicknames, and I always start like pranks. I like to do that. And this is a part of me. I can be serious. I can sit down and eat and talk with doctors, academic people, and I can with that lower scam. I'm sorry for that kind of words, but you know what I mean. I will always help homeless or somebody, give them money, buy them food. This is the positive thing. You do this for yourself, not for somebody to see that. I have a good friend. He's also one of my sponsors, and he also helped me. And I say hi to him, and he will know what I'm talking about. He's 15 years. He's doing voluntary job. he is providing health stuff, food, donations, you know, and you know, if you and he does nothing from his home, for his own, you know. And if when you see that guy who do that, why should I be like him, you know? This is the way you have to be always. In my world, sometimes I can be poisonous. So when for 4.5 years, 5 years, my private life was messed up. So I didn't see bright side because of a lot of shits around me. You know, wrong people, wrong girlfriends. You know, nightlife. You know, didn't see the bright side. But now, after 4 years, when all my stuff is finished, I see the bright side of the life. You know, you have to enjoy it every day of the life, every minute of the life. Every day you learn something new. Every day you met somebody new in your life. Every person in your life is sent by the reason. I believe in that. And you have to you will see is this person is good for you or is bad for you. All the bad people I moved from me, and I now have my family, my girlfriend, and a couple of my friends, and this is it. And I'm happy man because of that.
Absolutely. You know, it's a powerful life lesson there, because they say who you spend your time with, that is who you become in the end. You know, you become like those people. It's very, very powerful for people listening. So last question for the evening is just what you would say to your fans. I mean, we mentioned the fans just like 5 minutes ago, and the fact that they are obviously paying to watch and they are the supporters. Those people out there who support you, send you positive messages, pay to watch you fight, whatever type of thing. What would you say to those people around the world?
I would say like this. Those weekend when I become a world champion, and when it was my birthday, I was a star, you know. And this time I was just a normal person. I'm a normal guy, you know. And I said to everybody contact me, say regards. I message them also. I'm not that kind of guy who will enter. Oh, some guy, you know. I answer, thank you, you know. And I have how do I say that? I'm still hungry, you know. You see this? This is only just the beginning. Those titles, they are just the beginning of our journey. I only give 10% of me in that last fight. You will see much better, much focused, better focused guy, and in better shape for the next fight. And that is who I am.
Absolutely amazing. Well, champ, I just want to say thank you so much for your time this evening, and thank you for taking time out of your busy life to share everything you shared. And it's been a pleasure. It's been great talking with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Leah, for hosting me.
Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the Simply Inspired YouTube channel, and there'll be more videos coming soon.